What is up, everyone? Thank you for joining us for another Overwatch Odyssey League matchup. Tonight, we kick off the postseason tournament with the number 5 and number 4 seeded teams, XL2 and KAIJU CORP, respectively. These teams have played great throughout the entirety of the regular season, so I'm excited to see what these teams can do when it's all down to the wire, single elimination, best of 5 matchup to decide who continues and who goes home. On the mic tonight, giving you the play-by-play, we have the legend himself, Pipes on the mic. Pipes, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, everybody? And it's another day in the life of the Overwatch Odyssey League. You know, we are finally here, postseason, ready to get things rolling. I know that I'm Han Schweven at all times. We have two incredible teams coming out the gate for us tonight. We have XL2, who has been on the up-and-coming rise of success, while we still have the late and dormant, dominant KAIJU Corp, that has been a very relevant team since day one here in the Odyssey League. So this is definitely going to be a clash of clashes, and what a better way to start one of these matches off than on King's Row. That's right. Okay, I'm play-by-playing. Zoran's the colors guy tonight. We got King's Row in the house. We got two incredibly good teams, very gifted with high skills, and we're going to see it all left out on the field tonight.
Pipes, I'm excited for this matchup, and like you said, KAIJU CORP has been very dominant throughout the entirety of the regular season, only losing twice throughout right there at the end of the season, so going undefeated until the last 2 weeks. Very impressive showing coming from KAIJU CORP, and I'm hoping to see that strength carry over going forward in this tournament.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the strength too. I mean, I think we all know where Pipe stands right now, knowing that both his teams have their opening playoff games today and tomorrow. I'll let you guys guess which teams those are. Let's see if chat's been paying attention to the Pipes trivia this whole season. Oh, that's actually funny. See, where's Yuvon? Where's Yuvon? I know that Yuvon would make a joke out of that one. That would have been great. Oh man, I could see it now. Pipes trivia. All right, chat. What happened in week 7 at the Odyssey League? Pipes got a caster's role. Oh man. What happened in week 4 back in March? Oh, we voted Pipes to be the caster. That's right, chat. Oh man, dude, I'm telling you, Pipes trivia would go so hard.
Dude, it might be something we have to start incorporating here at the league. But, hey, we're getting things underway. We've got KAIJU CORP on the left, defending first, and XL2 making their attack on the push.
Right, so it looks like XL2 is going to be starting off with this Doom comp running into the Lamatra comp here of KAIJU CORP. As we see underway, A7 is going to be taking some heavy fire from Hayuka right now. Hayuka. Gosh, I can't even pronounce the name today. I should have did some game training as the game training kids today. But here we go, starting it off ever so brightly, waiting to see which team gives up that first pick, that first blood, the tenacity and the tenacious grind here as we get ready to go on King's Row. This is a bit of a back and forth now. I know Saturn is definitely one of the DPS players that we should be highlighting tonight. They do pop off. They have that KAIJU CORP magic, that skunk that makes every skunk drop. But it's just another day in the lovely life here for these guys. Still no opening pick.
You jinxed it.
And Wem takes out John. All right, so not a bad pick. This is going to make XL2 have to back up and rework their decisions here as they kind of get into this little cluster of a fight, going on here, right? You can see right now where KAIJU CORP is holding, right? They're right behind this wall, so they're doing a really good job being that potent bunker comp that you want to see here. And they're definitely playing it very safe. A very good composition to be rolling into King's Row with. As I say that, the Kitsune Rush comes out as well as the window here for XL2, and dropping the ultimate fist from the sky above is A7. We do have picks going wild as Sean picks up that double kill onto Saturn and Hayuka. So Definitely a good work in for XL2 here with 2:05 on the clock to be picking up this payload and getting ready to rock and roll. Not bad. It was definitely a tough approach, in my opinion. KAIJU Corp is definitely looking really strong right there. But now that this payload is underway, we have 4:14 left on the Klizak here, and KAIJU Corp is getting ready to set up on this choke. Ooh, big hinder coming out now. That's going to lower the health here of A7. But there is a high noon sitting on the ult economy here, as well as a beat and a pulse bomb. But as I say, that Saturn does go down, so that pulse bomb's going to have to wait a minute. We do have a little, ooh, here we go. A7 Solaire getting picks here onto Lem and Sandbox. I say that, and then boom, Hollow goes down as well as Ram. So yes, A7 out here with a nice quad feed to start us off on the second push with 3:30 left on the clock here. It looks like Styx is just going to be pressing up on the offensive side of the choke here, you know, trying to keep the players of KAIJU Corp a little bit at bay to get some of that progress in on that payload push. Ooh, Sandbox goes Sombra. Now this is definitely a plot twist that you know, you got to combat against here if you're XL2, is you're going to have somebody in your backline now completely sniping you. As I say that, here comes the aggression of KAIJU Corp rolling in with a fist of punches here. Ayuk able to take out Angel, and Saturn able to get the two. Solaire and Styx react well, and they take out two as well for their side. This is very evenly matched, going back and forth, but payload is no longer in possession of XL2. We do have Styx copying the Tracer. Let's see if he can fill the pulse bomb fast enough here. Maybe this can get that triple kill action that we want to see here. Kills are definitely coming in. A7 getting that drop kill onto Saturn, and Styx able to get that kill onto Hollow. And now it's just a sandbox against the world. Wow, I feel rusty today, Doran. Let me tell you.
You're killing it, Pipes. Don't doubt yourself, brother.
The doubt comes throughout the match.
Now, we see Saturn making that switch onto Genji, which we've seen a lot of Genji play from Saturn, and it's always been very impressive. First time Hayuk is going to use Annihilation, and just pushing through with the help of Saturn there.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a beautiful team kill over here if you are on the side of KAIJU Corp. And that wasn't an official team kill, but I'm going to give them that because of the fact that, you know, they sent everyone back to the spawn.
That's true.
You know, the game likes to call it, everybody's got to be in the respawn. No one could have spawned back yet. But the way Pipes counts it is, if you can make a team go back to the spawn, that's a team kill. Alright, so now this is where John's been working all week on his aim to get these precise shots in to allow XL2 the comfortability to make these moves. And here comes Mr. Minimal, the Bonobo lover, aka Styx, just making the opening touches here. No one's paying attention to him in the sky here, except for Saturn, who does get this pick onto Angel, taking out the Brig from the side of the XL2 team. Oh, dude, this is a great hold if you're KAIJU Corp. This is a great hold if you are KAIJU Corp. Honestly, they're holding this corner so well. Kitsune comes out from the side of XL2. Styx passes the copycat on, pulls out the BAP to assist and heal in here for the team. Ooh, taking all that damage, but it's not going to be enough. John is able to take out Ayuka. And their XL2 is now getting the ball rolling. They needed a little extra help in the healing department, and they've got that support from Styx, and now they are just pushing it. They have to try to keep these picks going. John able to get a pick with his lovely little gravitational thing in the bobber, and that is just what we call Overwatch, folks. This is how it works. This is how it goes. Ramatra looking to cover the high ground, trying to make sure that A7 doesn't get any boots off the map. He could get Styx here. He is going to commit. He is going to throw the golden gloves. Annihilation could come out, but he does get hacked. Wait, does that mean... Oh, A7 got hacked. Okay, whoopsie daisy. I just totally thought there was a Sombra on the side of XL2. That was nuts. What a transition. What a roll. What a dive. What a move. Angel, hook shot, taking out Hayuka. Bono over here, knocking out Hollow. And again, with a double kill here as he proceeds to take on more men back to the spawn here, as Don John does some work here, pulling out the overclock, and there it is, round one, rolling in the deep. XL2 takes it with 58 left on the clock, and now we get to see how well Kaiju Corp pulls this one together. Now, I'm not going to lie, I think Kaiju Corp was looking really strong right there, stronger than XL2 start. So, being that I'm saying that, I look at it, this could go two ways, Zoran. This is either going to be a full hold from XL2 because we might see Kaiju do a swap that they think might work how this meta of Season 10 is, or we could see Kaiju Corp right out of the gate completely blow through the defenses of XL2 and get this ball rolling to send it into OT. I only see one of these two outcomes happening tonight, and I'm very pumped to see which one it is. So, right now, this is exactly what we're talking about, right? Sandbox God, we know can play hit scan, swapping over the Widow, but Widow's a typical pick here for this first point of King's Row. But what I like is, I was just about to talk about how I love that we have a Battle Cattle pick, and now we don't.
you know, that's all right.
Yvonne would be happy though.
That's true. That's true. I like you were saying earlier, though, I mean, it looked mostly even, and as you see on the clock, XL2 having only a little bit less than a minute, so Kaiju Corp is really going to have to step it up, but overall looking fairly even throughout so far.
Yes, definitely, and oh, dude, please keep these sights on. I'm getting a great view here. This is looking like the one to be. Damn. I thought that was going to be the one to be. But as I say that, here comes Hayuka, ready to rock and roll. Pulls out the golden glove. Solaire is going to be able to get out of there in the jiffy, but not enough. He still claims 2 heads for the prize. Angel and John, they will go down here as Hollow, who can't aim, takes out A7. A7, though, before going down to that boot, was able to get the pick onto the Kiriko, and it still looks like Kaiju Corp is walking away with this point cap here. Stick's in a good position to touch, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Solaire is down there touching. Here comes Stick's now on the point touching. A7 has joined the fray yet again. There's some Kaiju Corp are getting away and they're scrambling. We're seeing some quick scope, no scope action here from the side of Sandbox. As they say that, he goes down to Sticks. Solaire able to take out Wee and Saturn. I think I said that right. I don't know. Cardiolo.
I mean, do you see how Kaiju Corp finished that? Weemi high. Do you see how close Kaiju Corp was though? Like a millimeter away from capping objective, XL2 was able to take it away.
Yeah, and honestly, in an overhead view of that entire fight, if we could go back and look at that, I feel like this comes down to the poise of XL2, right? You have a Kiriko on your team that's able to get in and get out of sticky situations, and your tank who is able to fly out of the spawn and just immediately come back to the point. It was very good, properly timed, and now with this healing passive that comes in for all the players after a short amount of time and no fighting, you're able to make these great holds, but all it takes is a little bit of poise. And that's what we saw there, the execution of XL2, and now they are just holding here. So minute 52 on the Klizak. We're going to see Kaiju Corp break out the sticks here.
And Kaiju Corp coming up on 4 of 5 alts, and XL2 coming up also on those 4 alts.
Comes that speed boost action from Hollow, can aim. Big beat coming out now. Now, this is definitely where the pressure gets applied to XL2, because this is now where you want to see it come down. But as I say that, ults do come flying out. We do have a Kitsune Rush to match the Kitsune Rush of Team Kaiju Corp, but Kaiju is going to take this point. They have 340 left on the Klizak now to get this jam all the way to the next objective. And look at this, they're already looking to create a deep puncture into the space here that they are willing to create. Look at this, they're opening this gap up, and this is what I'm talking about. You're taking the space needed, because this corner that we're watching from Sandbox's POV, this corner is a very tough corner to hold on King's Row, right? Just as well as the next corner in this portion of the map as well. Very tough. situation, we could see XL2 turn this around and retake their entire defense, regardless of the points being past the field or not. So a lot can happen from here on Kings Row. It does look like we do have another Annihilation ready to rock and roll here. I just wonder when it's going to get popped. Like you say that, and it looks like John's using Overclock, and Overclock is done now. He does have that full rail blast to turn into somebody. The question is, when's he going to use it? It does look like KAIJU Corp is making an attempt to touch now. This would be where the Annihilation comes out. I feel it. I feel it. It's like a chill on my spine. And I say that, and Sandbox with the Overclock taking the 2. Saturn getting the 3. Sandbox Overclock taking out Bono from his ability, but Six able to overpower Sandbox. Solaire Saturn getting that pick onto Solaire, who is also now playing Echo. So, this is nice. I like seeing a good mirror comp from teams. Sometimes mirroring your opponent is your best way of survivability to take these map points. Oh, here comes the glove. Oh, they're taking a lot of health here from our boy Hayuka. But is a lot of health going to do it? Let's see how 8-7 sets up here. Oh, coming back to the point now. Does check the high ground. That's a very beautiful move. Big slam coming in, right? This could be where that Annihilation comes. He sends another big slam. Kitsune Rush coming out now along with the Annihilation. This is the moment we've been waiting for, and these are the picks that are just rolling in now. If you are the KAIJU Corp and the massive freight train known as Hayuka. This is beautiful movement here. It looks like he does get 3 with his Annihilation, but will go down to the hands of Styx. All right, and as we get to 1:14 left on the Klizok now, final moments here for KAIJU Corp to push this bad boy to the next objective. See what they do here. We do have Sandbox now on the Soldier 76. A little bit of that hit scan action to kind of take care of that echo action that Styx is providing for us. Styx is just like an airborne assassin. You guys saw how he swooped in, pulls out the Ramatra here. Maybe he'll get an Annihilation faster than you can say Molasses, but no, I am wrong. Styx gets out of the copy and paste faster than you can say Idaho. And now we are just rolling in the deep here as XL2 is pushing the forces of KAIJU Corp back to their spawn. Beautiful hold of your XL2. 25 to go left here. Still anybody's game. So we have 1 ult online for XL2. We have a beat coming online for KAIJU Corp. So this is looking like a healer ult game, right? Not much going. I mean, Saturn's coming up pretty close. Maybe Saturn can get a copy and paste into the next fight. 3, 2, 1. Ram is on the point here. We are in overtime. We're ready to kick it up. We're ready to rock and roll. The Overwatch Odyssey League is brought to you by our man Zoran here, bringing you the ones and the color for fun. And here it comes. XL2 is stepping back. This payload is going to be moving here. It is still 3-1 for those of you just joining us here. And there comes the rail of a lifetime. Don John taking out the leader and tank here for the side of KAIJU Corp. As I say that, here comes A7, and that's the win. Okay. Woo! About to go into like a monologue of casting. All right. Well, I'm just going to go out there and say it because I know you heard it on the phone call before we even went live. But, XL2 wasn't lying about our boy Saturn here from KAIJU Corp. The dude can drive blade 3 players, easy money. And that is exactly what we just witnessed on that play of a game. It was a triple kill incented on the Genji, the absolute hero of heroes, the slicer of slicers. That's really all I got to say. I got nothing else on that.
I mean, definitely a hard-fought battle. I think really maybe a momentum breaking point, which hindered a little bit of KAIJU Corp's performance there, was that last-minute touch that XL2 was able to do when contesting the objective there. KAIJU CORP had a very impressive first initial push into XL2 to get onto the objective. It was just finalizing that capture that really kind of set them back a little bit. Maybe a little bit of extra time on the clock, maybe some other things that could play into that would have made this map a little bit different. But overall, very well played from both teams, but XL2 able to have a very strong defense, which allowed them to get that first map under their belt. And again, so now that we are in playoffs, we are in postseason, we are playing best of 5. So it is no longer all 5 maps played. All 5 maps don't matter unless it's the tiebreaker. So that's what we're playing for, and that's what teams are playing for. So now, at this point, KAIJU CORP being the higher seeded team, they did pick Kings Row. And because they lost that map, they will now have the opportunity to pick the next map, which will be a control game mode. So bear with us just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get some things set up on that end, and we will be right back at you.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome for sure. I didn't. Oh, awkward. I was talking that whole time. So anyway, as we're getting things ready for this next map, map still being picked, KAIJU CORP again, having lost the previous map, they now have the opportunity to select the next map for the control game mode. Their options are between Ilios, Antarctic Peninsula, Samoa, and Nepal. My personal preference would be anything but Antarctic Peninsula, but that's just my personal preference. Pipes, of those 4 maps, what are you hoping to see?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm not hoping to see, and that's Antarctic Peninsula, because I have casted that map one too many times this season, and I am ready for some new life. That's right, yo. We're talking, let's breathe some air into this, okay? The choices were Ilios, Antarctica, Samoa, and Nepal, and unfortunately, I think the only map I really like out of all 4 of these is Ilios. So, oh, and great. It's Antarctica.
And the map selection for the control game mode made by KAIJU CORP is going to be
really?
No. Is going to be, well, I mean, you just did on stream, so I guess that counts.
Oh, I meant like in the captain's room. I totally just said really.
Oh, okay.
Gonna make me cast this map again? I'm dead.
Alrighty. Well, we are asking teams for the ready confirmation, and then we will get things underway. Antarctic Peninsula is one of those maps. You know, I'm just Antarctic Peninsula.
Before you corrected yourself, you were about to say something that didn't even sound like that. I almost spit my soda everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just start speaking and I trip over my tongue, and then it's just all downhill from
That was
there.
funny.
But yeah, I catch myself most of the time. Most of the time. But anyhow, Antarctic. I did it. Pipes, you jinxed me, man. That was on you. Antarctic
What?
Peninsula. I have to enunciate a lot because now you're making me think about it, Pipes. But here nor there, as we're getting things underway, it's just kind of one of those maps. Maybe because it reminds me of May. I don't know. I can't stand May, but
Reminds me of-
but
Clearly not the month, folks.
yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Interesting to see how these teams play. Yeah, I think KAIJU CORP can play strong, but we did also see a very strong defense. I'm doing it all night. It's going to just keep happening, Pipes. We are going to see a very strong defense. Yeah, probably. A very strong defense from XL2 in that hybrid map. So hoping to see more of that as they're starting to bunker down to defend the objective. But take it away, Pipes. I don't need to talk anymore.
Well, Chad, it's clear that I messed Zoran up for an eternity on that little kerfluffle, but it's okay. I know that he's gonna drink some tea. He's gonna turn around and he's gonna be like, Pipes, I'm back and I'm better than ever. And I'm just gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, you're right, Zoran, you are better than ever. Because we're here live at the Overwatch Odyssey League, getting ready to bring you the best of the playoff action. For those of you joining us tonight, XL2 is up 1-0 here in the series. We do have KAIJU CORP on taking it away, picking this map, making it their home field advantage as we get ready to embark on Antarctic Peninsula or Echo Point for those of you who are so obsessed with the story lore that you know more than me. That's just how you do it. But here we go. Big smashing hits and beautiful whips as Bono takes the first pick and secures first blood on the Saturn. As I say that, he claims the second pick and another head as he gets Sandbox God next. Sticks out here melting like a microwave using that partial beam that Echo's got. And a 7 able to take out. Oh, wow. Okay. XL2 out here on a mission. They are just taking this point. They are ready to show us what Zoran was talking about back, that defensive hybrid comp of, I don't even know what to call it. Oh my God, hold on, I had to breathe for a second.
Breathing is
All
important,
right,
Pipes.
So we have a Doom, we have an Echo, we have a Soj, we have a Kiri, and we have a Brig. Now this is a really, like, honestly, this is like a cute ass comp, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is perfect as far as, like, you're running a very conservative and very safe dive comp because you have two very key players that can get in and out, and you have a person that's able to check on your backline. Now, as I say that, the person that would check on your backline here would be Angel on the Brig. They go down, Six as well goes down, and now it's looking like a point for KAIJU CORP. Woo! If we look at KAIJU CORP's side of things here as they try and finish the cleanup here onto XL2, so they're able to jump back to A7. That's just good game sense right there. But getting taken out by Sandbox is Stellaire. Ono able to take out Saturn and Sandbox God, leaving no DPS on the field. And there was a point split mid-fight for those of you who didn't see that. KAIJU CORP has retained possession of this point. They are here now at 40% to 20%, and they are just defending like a bunch of defenders here. As I say that, XL2 now takes the point back. So, back to hero comps and what I was talking about before that mess came into this. So, you know, you look at the side of KAIJU CORP, right? They're running a Ramatra, Cassidy, Echo, Lucio, and Kiriko. So they have their speed on their side for their tank, and it's going to pose well for their push. But I don't think they have enough damage in their, you know, in their wheelhouse right now to kind of keep up with the Brigitte in the backline as well as the Sojourn and the Echo. So, you know, seeing the mirror between Saturn and Six, this now comes down to who's making minimal mistakes and executing their shots. And as I say that, here comes John A7 and Nick with wow, okay, and there we go. We have a team kill for the side of XL2. I was just about to like start rattling off who killed who, and it turned into a team kill. So yeah, team kill, XL2, 83% and climbing here for them on this first round of Antarctic Peninsula.
And you look, looks like TTV is the only one going to be coming up with ult aside from Brig, who already has ult. Meanwhile, you're going to see lots of ults coming from the side of KAIJU CORP.
Yeah, you talk about a lot of ult, and here comes that annihilation. We're still waiting for. Oh no, we're not waiting for Cassidy to pop that high noon. That high noon does come flying out. Saturn isn't going to be sent back to the respawn and cannot use the copy and paste, but we still have this beat online here. If you are KAIJU Corp, this could be a very promising ultimate, but you don't really have to waste it, being that you took the point mid-fight. So 99% to 42 now, and we get to see what XL2 does to take this point back. XL2 only does have the one ult, the copy and paste of the printer, the one and only Echo. I'm gonna come up. I gotta find a 3D printer name to call Echo. I'll figure one out, Jack. Like how E54 is fashion. Like I'm gonna find a printer number, model number for Echo. Oh, dude, and KAIJU Corp comes rolling in now with some picks here. 72% and climbing to 99% and climbing. Is that a team kill?
I think an unofficial team kill, and they still have beat.
Blizzard is robbing them of their team kills by allowing a player of XL2 to spawn back faster than they can kill them. So yeah, that's another team kill for KAIJU. 95, getting very close to the end here. Let's see what XL2 is going to do. Copy and paste comes out onto the Cassidy. Going to be swapped back to the Echo. Going to be able to get in and get out. Angel coming down to fighting the fist of I can go through your shield. Here comes A7 just looking to get something off here, and it is going to be enough to be able to take out Ayuka as long as Weenie High, and Hollow can't aim. Hello. And a beautiful point flip for round one. And what a good fight here, opening up Antarctic Peninsula. Very neck and neck, very back and forth. You could definitely see how matched these teams are skill-wise on a map like Control compared to Hybrid. Right? You know what I'm saying, Zoran?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
A hybrid map can only show you so much of a team's full potential. Where on a Control map, you know, these are the toss-up maps that normally decide who's winning and who's going home. So to see both of these teams go back and forth and able to make these team flips, what I'm more impressive with is the point capturing of KAIJU Corp. They're able to take it mid-fight and then still hold on to it. Normally teams that take these points mid-fight, they always end up coming out on the bad end of the stick, where they end up losing the entire point in the middle of the team fight and all, and not being able to recuperate. Where KAIJU Corp is doing the exact opposite here. They're taking this point mid-fight and they're cleaning up the point and completely holding it. So can't wait to see how this round goes. This might be the KAIJU round. I say that, and John's already got an opening to pick. Saturn taking out Angel here now from the side of KAIJU. Still 4v1. 4v3. Oh god, no, 4v2, I should say. Oh my Lanta. Six looking to burn down Rom, but Rom is going to be able to get out of there as well as Cass. So fully healed up now is KAIJU Corp as they recuperate and get on back to taking on XL2 here at the point. The real question is, which way do they want to go? This is going to be a very tough choice, but this team fight is really going to determine it all here, especially on this map. You have a very heavy high ground presence, and you can hide very well around the low ground, but it's going to be giving up that play percentage. So, here we go. Absolutely massive. Big moves. Weenie High able to get in there and heal their team with the Okude, able to also get those picks, and John did go down in that team fight, and now they're looking to secure another body as they already have taken the point. So, 25% to 10% and counting now for KAIJU Corp, who seems to be winning this team fight that turned into a regroup for XL2. They completely retreated. They were like, yo, we lost this, let's back up. Very smart pickup, too. If you're thinking that ahead of the game, like, yo, let's get out, like, that's not a bad way. Faster regroup, faster team fight time. KAIJU now taking the lead 29% to 25%. I say that the point is in the midst of being flipped, but Weenie High able to get that pick onto A7, and now is looking to get this crazy triple boop kill. I say that Ayuka comes in with the assist, taking out Angel with the fist, and this is just looking like a day to have a day if you're KAIJU Corp. 44 and counting here on that kill streak, and nonetheless for Mr. Hello can't aim. Just a beautiful day.
And lots of ults coming on for both teams. I think all five.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, this is very evenly matched. Like Angel and Hayuka are gonna get their ults at the same time, right? You know, John should get his ult right now. Meteor Strike is coming in now from the side of XL2. We're gonna see if that gets a pick. It doesn't look like it is gonna get a pick, but we do have other ults coming online for XL2 in a minute. John looking to get this point flip. He may pull the overclock. I say that and he goes down. We do have this Dragon Blade now as well for Mr. Saturn. He might not pop it here. This might not be a smart moment to pop it. They did lose beat here. 89, 90% in climbing. Nobody on XL2 able to flip this point into favor here. There's just so much calamity happening on the point here, and it looks like KAIJU CORP is pulling out on top with a 3-piece here and a 4, and that is the win. 100 to 25% here. KAIJU CORP takes map number 2.
That was an impressive display from KAIJU CORP there. That looked dominant.
I called it. I said this is where KAIJU takes their point. Now, this is for the team that has the heart, right? First round goes to Stamina. Second round goes to the ones who, you know, did their training on the weekends. And then the last round goes to the players with the most heart. All right? And this is round 3. This is where all the marbles count. Who's taking map number 2? Are we going to tie the series up 1-1 here and possibly see a map 5 in the first round of the playoffs? Or do XL2 get one step closer to 3-0ing a team in the first round of the playoffs? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. The only way to find that out is to let these two teams go at it and throw down here. Man, I say that, and things are already getting heated. Hollow taking out Angel. Bonobo getting the 2, taking out Sandbox and Hollow. Saturn taking out Solaire. A7 taking out Saturn. It is just a massive kerfluffle here as both teams are just, you know, having... This is like a domestic violence case breaking out on the point of Overwatch.
Yo.
Okay, this is like... This is like, yo, I want this point. And like, I mean, I don't know, Zoran. You look at it, right? You have Doomfist with the massive Thanos gauntlet of fists, right? Versus the Golden Glove double up Tyson Fury of a man, the one and only Ramatra. And it's just like, you see these two lads going at it, and it's just, oh man, it's a bloodbath. Takes me back to my roots. Oh, here we go, and we are getting shifty indeed as Saturn goes right through with a dash to Angel. A7 taking out Sandbox, Saturn taking out John, A7 taking out Saturn, A7 also taking out Mr. Can't Aim. This is just a day to have a day here. I don't know whose team's going to pull out of this one on top, but what I do know is that both teams are leaving it out on the line right now. We're watching Hayuka try and get this pick on the Solaire, but Solaire is going to be able to get out of there. And Styx is able to get the picks onto Weenie High and Hayuka all at the same time there. Beautiful finish of your XL2, 50% in climbing now. And let's see how KAIJU CORP pulls and turns this one around. Because this is definitely not a team that I'm counting out so quick and easy, okay? KAIJU CORP, they are a bunch of fighters. They've been a dominant team since day one. They are definitely here to play. So I can't wait to see what they got in store on this next pick. And here we go, already into it. The Kitsune Rush is going to come out now from Weenie High. Big plays now from Sandbox trying to get this pick, but going to get hindered by Styx, who does get the upper hand and takes out Sandbox in that Cassidy form. Big smash down if you're A7 and a beautiful punch and a great way to finish if you are XL2 here, who just gets a team kill at 85% in climbing. This could be it. There could be one more touch, though. I don't want to say it's over because it's never over till the fat lady sings. And I say that, and Hello has just touched down on the point, but it might have been a touch way too early before the speed. So now you're out your speed character here. What is KAIJU CORP going to do? I don't know if they can do much. They lost both the course and a DPS player here on the show. The ults are coming flying from XL2's corner, and all that is left is Hayuka with his annihilation, and that is going to be round number 3. And map number 2, heading on over XL2. It's 2-0, and now let's get ready to witness the play of the game. right, what a round. So
Yeah.
now if I'm correct, right, Kaiju Corp now gets to pick map number 3 to see if they can wheel the deal and hold the cards in their favor to force that reverse sweep of a lifetime here in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. And I think it's vital for them to come away, not only because it quite literally means playing the fourth and potentially fifth maps, but it's vital for them just as a turning point, being able to say, hey, what we did in round 2 of Control, we're able to do consistently. And we saw that throughout the entirety of the regular season. We saw that dominance. So definitely not how I expected, especially that last objective there on Antarctic Peninsula. Definitely not how I expected that map to go. But all in all, I mean, we're going into Flashpoint next. Again, Kaiju Corp's picking the map. Very similar, a little bit different, but very similar play style to Control. So if we see a lot more of what we saw on that second objective here at Antarctic Peninsula, we're going to see a lot more dominance from Kaiju Corp. I'm excited to see what they've got to pull out of the bag here.
Oh, wild question. So sorry to be distracted, but it does seem that the XL2 corner is wondering if you're doing an interview. I feel like that changes because we're in the playoffs.
We are planning to do a post-game interview with someone, is the plan.
That is
so
the plan. Word. So
that is the
to
plan.
clarify with anybody who is confused, during the regular season, we did play all 5 maps. Now that we are here in the playoffs, this is a best-of-3 series where this is where the competing happens. This is where it's all for the money, 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go here at the old Overwatch games. It's pretty intense.
Yeah. And we are seeing, so next game mode, like I said, is going to be Flashpoint, and Kaiju Corp has opted to select Suravasa as the map. Man, that's going to be a disappointment to Yvonne if Yvonne is watching this stream, not seeing that New Junk City pop up.
Oh, LOL. This is going to be amazing. So Yvonne, I'm so sorry that New Junk City wasn't selected. To be honest with you, I only liked Suravasa for the aesthetic. It's a beautiful, detailed map. Just not the best Flashpoint map.
So maybe chat didn't hear you or stream didn't hear you, but Pipes, I heard what you said there kind of under your breath.
Oh, the chat didn't hear me? I'll say it again. So Suravasa is the best map aesthetically. Okay? New Junk City is the best map ever made.
Oh, wait, no, that's not what you said under your breath.
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you were trashing on New Junk City.
No, I'm pro Australia, dude. Like if I could leave America and go to any country, like to live there eternally without like being in debt, it would be Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! That's right there, cover. Everything goes from your fellow junkie mate, Petey Pete from down the street here. Remember, if at first you don't succeed, blow it up again. I could also do Torbjorn, and I've been working on my cast. You know, because buckle up. This gunslinger's loaded. Doesn't really sound like it fully yet, but we're getting there. Buckle up. This gunslinger's loaded. Yeah. It could be so much better.
Alrighty. Waiting on team confirmations for readiness. Looks like Kaiju Corp is going to be ready, waiting on XL2 to confirm, and then we will get things underway. I guess, Pipes, what are your takeaways after seeing maps 1 and 2? What are some takeaways? What do you think Kaiju Corp really needs to shut down in order to make this their map?
at first glance, I wanna take a big look. I wanna pull the chat into this too. I want the chat to think. I want everybody in the chat to like kind of like also give your own summary and feedback. If you want to ping me in the server about it, you can. It be like that thing they do on sports networks where the famous people read their tweets, and sometimes some of the tweets are nasty, but I don't think you guys could get that negative. You all seem like a great group of crowd. I mean, sheesh, you wanted me back, which is kind of cool. I've never been requested before. It's an honor. I tip my hat to you, chat. You guys are my favorite. But what I've seen, right, and this is where I want to bring the chat in, from what I've physically seen versus where we're at right now, right? KAIJU Corp has pulled out, absolutely, they have pulled all their stops out to go into this next map, right? From maps 1, they had a great hold. Like I said, hybrid is kind of a difficult choice to kind of choose and maneuver around when you talk about the highlighting of teams and their compositions and how well they play together. Where control, you get to see that style that teams like to go into, right? One of the teams that they're not playing tonight that I'd like to talk about map composition and style, I got to tip my hat over to Loot Boxers with how they run it, right? And I'm sort of seeing that similarity here with how KAIJU Corp came into the control point, where they wanted to take that point, and they were able to win these team fights and hold it down. But round 1 was tooth and nail. XL2 had a fight for that, and then round 2, you got to see KAIJU Corp, no strings attached, just walk in there and take their point for their own. And then XL2 just kind of countered on the fact of how fast KAIJU Corp was playing. KAIJU Corp started playing at a speed faster than the game pace itself, and that's what led them to lose Antarctic Peninsula round 3, in my own opinion, because they just started rushing towards the point, not securing a pick before claiming the objective. Where you see that steady poise that XL2 has been playing with all game, where they'll get off the point, they'll wait for the team to make a mistake to go in and take that advantage. And now we get to see our first Magoo comp of the night. This is going to be pretty hype. All right, so KAIJU Corp looking to leave it all out on the line here and take this one. And already with the Reaper pick, John able to take out Saturn here, as well as Hello taking out Angel. So back and forth here, looking pretty even, but as I say, that Sticks able to get that pick onto Hollow. Now moving in with the point here, we do have XL2 who are looking very nice and clean here with their point take. Good cleanup, good execution is the word I was looking for. But yeah, no, I mean, getting to this point right here, though, I mean, this is still anybody's game. I think KAIJU Corp has the team to beat a team like XL2. The question is are they going to slow down? Are they going to control the pace of this game? Are they going to turn this hero comp that they're running right now into a winning comp? I mean, I like the Sombra pick. It's definitely enough here, but, you got players like Sticks who are just running the high ground, and there's no one contesting. So a lot of things that KAIJU can do to easily combat into this, and on top of that, what's making it tough for them is what XL2 is running. Like, they're running this unorthodox Doom dive comp right now, and this is the coolest thing to watch happen, because Doomfist is hit or miss, chat. We've known Doomfist has been terrible, he's been better, and now he's probably at the most playable that he's ever been. And yeah, I mean, watching A7 make these picks here, boom, he found the Sombra in the back line and just made that pick, and now he's going to go back to assisting his team here. But as I say that, Hayuka able to take out Scalaire, but John gets Hayuka, and now that all that's left is Saturn here, who does have the Kitsune Rush in the Dream, but it's not going to be enough, and that is going to be 0.1 to XL2 here. So yeah, this comes down now to picks, right? And this actually might be the pick. This D.Va pick right here, this could be enough. The defense matrix is so key right now in Overwatch. A lot of people don't know this. Emong actually brought it up in his stream the other day, and I'm going to take it and run with it. You use defense matrix against certain characters, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But really, you got to start using defense matrix to get rid of the Brig packs, to get rid of the Ofudes. If you could stop the healer from healing their tank with defense matrix, you're able to knock a good chunk of damage. You're able to gain a huge chunk of damage. Speaking of a huge chunk of damage, Saturn definitely taking out Angel on that go. A7 able to finish off onto. Did I just like disconnect and come back?
Yeah, we got to hear your Helldivers intro and everything when you join a voice channel.
I just heard it and I'm like, did I just disconnect? I guess I wasn't allowed to go into detail about Saturn and their Reaper pick and how it's like doing very well against the comp of XL2, right?
Apparently, Discord didn't want to allow that.
Yeah, Discord heard me bring up my favorite streamer's name and how he educated me on defense matrix. He said, no, you're going to 5. It's actually funny. But back live into this action here. John looking to get a big pick, but Solaire comes up on top with this one, as well as Stick and A7, and this point is still rolling in favor of XL2 here. Not much you can do if you're KAIJU Corp right now. You're just looking to get it. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, if you're KAIJU Corp right now, right, this comes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the match. You know, you have a player like Styx who's going kind of uncontested in the air, right? Look at what they're running on DPS. You have Saturn who's being very effective on the Reaper, but it isn't giving you that high ground advantage, taking out, look at this air superiority that Styx is just providing. This is where that Diva would come into play, but you still got to worry about A7 diving into your backline and his Doom. And because of that, you know, you want more mobility, you want the Diva, but you're not able to get the reach onto Styx and take him out of the fight here. And as I say that, Saturn takes out Styx and Ayuka takes out Solaire, and there's the team kill, the official team kill, given to KAIJU Corp here as they take this point 99-22.
I gotta say though, Pipes, that was a phenomenal EMP from Sandbox God in order to allow and empower the team to be able to make that play, able to get that team kill.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Sandbox normally plays hit scans with Ash, Killzone, and Soldier.
Yeah?
And I'm kind of shocked right now with what XL2 is running that we're not seeing a Sandbox Saturn comp. That like we've seen Sandbox and Saturn completely two-trick teams in this league, right? We've seen them able to handle certain scenarios if their team can't handle it fully as a 5-stack. They come in and they create that offset. That's a beautiful word to use here when describing Overwatch is how do you create that offset? But look at what A7 is doing. Nobody's on him, heads to the point by himself, pulls the team back here. So now KAIJU Corp's got to take this fight on to the point, right? 99-99. Big coalescence coming out. Here comes a big possible pick, but and there it is, right onto Saturn. I was going to say the ult wasn't enough, but they do eliminate Saturn here, and this is where XL2 can strive. The coalescence already came out from the side of Weenie High, and it didn't pick anybody off here from XL2. And now this just comes down to who's going to clean up and who's going to take this fight. And there it is, XL2 with 2 left on the point standing in that big fight. And that is 2-0 here on Flashpoint for XL2. All right. So now we get Saturn on this Genji. This is very unfortunate. I really liked Saturn on the Reaper. I'm not going to lie. I think the Reaper was really effective. But they do say teamwork makes the dream work. So if Saturn's swapping, then my mindset's swapping too. I believe, KAIJU. I believe. Oh my god, what a boost. You saw that too. I know you did. You're not controlling my screen. You witnessed that. Here comes the nerf. This is everybody out of place, but it looks like Styx able to get that copy and play here, taking out Saturn and Weenie High. A7 able to finish Ayuka, and this is looking like XL2 has just signed, sealed, and delivered this point. Alright, so team fight underway here, and Saturn able to get in that pick onto John, preventing him from getting any use out of that overclock. this could be this could be the turnaround that KAIJU needs here. But again, they still have threats that they need to take out from the side of XL2 if they want to make this a successful trade. And there's the pick needed. Stick's gonna have to take a nice reset and a jog back to the point. I mean, the respawn there. So this is the breath of fresh air if you're KAIJU Corp, right? You have this slight swap over to the dominant Genji hand of Saturn, who is just looking to just, oh my god, literally the man is out here with a dream, just punching people away.
Great double K there from Saturn.
What a move. I mean, honestly, if you're Saturn, you gotta understand something. If you're Saturn, that is the biggest play provided to KAIJU Corp. You know, all day his plays have been massive, but these Genji pickups are like incredible, right? Especially with what you're going up against. You are going up against an Echo and you are going up against a Bridge, so it's like you're kind of at a disadvantage, but he is making that disadvantage his advantage here, and it looks like the gears are changing as KAIJU Corp is trying to get one away here.
Are we about to see a 3-2 comeback here?
It would be nice.
Great play from KAIJU Corp.
Honestly, and now they just need to get to the next point faster than XL2 and create a set of dominance that is unlike no other here. And it looks like they will. Copy 10-5, 10-4, Roger, Roger. Here comes a massive Diva ultimate here, but Saturn with a massive blade here on the Genji, taking out John. That's what I'm talking about. And the finish onto Sticks. This is another beautiful point cap if you are KAIJU Corp.
And Saturn almost getting another pick there on Solaire.
I mean, I'm kind of just taking it all in real quick, and I wanna elaborate and see exactly what is going to happen, what's about to get thrown down here. It doesn't look like we have any ults here for the side of KAIJU, but we do have a massive ult pump that could be coming in here. Yes, and I say that, and here's the copy and paste from Sticks as well as the continued rush from Solaire. A7 still has the trusty Meteor Strike, and he is going to get out and gain a little healing here and knock Diva out of mech. This is a beautiful cleanup. If you are XL2, they just got to be able to get these picks here, and that is exactly what they're going to do. And now they are going to regain possession and control of this match almost, because, you know, XL2 was dominating the beginning half of this match, and KAIJU kind of flipped it upside with that last point cap. So now we get to see KAIJU turn this thing around again, and with a hope and a dream, they want to keep this thing alive. So let's see how KAIJU Corp regroups. Let's see how much poise they have, and if they take the time of this game into their own hands. Also immediately diving in after this brig is Hayuka. Oh, dude, this could be it right here. This could be huge. There's 3! But A7 still standing with a hope and a dream here for XL2. This could be anybody's point. 70% to 88, and this could be KAIJU Corp's take right here.
I'm calling that another unofficial team kill.
Oh, I listen, Soren, at this point, if we don't call it, the chat will never know. Blizzard's out here robbing KAIJU Corp of team kills.
Man.
Pipes gets disconnected from Discord against Blizzard. All right, 2-2 going into this final shabam here. This is for it all.
And a huge hack there from Sandbox. Saturn and Hollow able to capitalize. And big blade coming.
Big blade coming indeed, but it's not going to be able to be used on anyone. So it was almost as if it was a massive, like, back-off threat right there. I like
That's
that,
true.
Honestly.
That's true.
Saturn using their hockey, their presence, just to, like, completely shut down the entirety here So let's look at the old economy, Zoran. We got 4 coming. Well, we are about to have 4 here for Kaiju, right? And we are going to have 4 as well for XL2. The real question is, does XL2 pop them all before they get Kitsune Rush, or do they wait for the rush to ignite all of these?
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that KAIJU CORP has the advantage on, 50% in climbing. I mean, if they have XL2, if XL2 uses ults to cap point, then they have the ability, if they hold on to ults, to use all of theirs to make sure that it goes in the direction that they want it to.
No, and that's a beautiful pick onto John, and a good nuke. Honestly, if you use that nuke, they utilize that nuke to get a brand new mech, as well as to kind of keep A7 at bay as far as staying on the point and contesting it. Here we're at 87% and climbing for KAIJU CORP, looking to seal the deal here and getting their first map win of the night. Let's just see what could happen here. Sticks now pulling out the almighty, and there it is. This could be XL2's way of getting themselves on the board here late in the 9th. All right, so one team fight is all that is needed for KAIJU CORP, right? They only have one ultimate. It is their beat. As for the side of XL2, we have an overclock, the Kitsune Rush, and a rally. There is enough healing to go around here if you're XL2, where if you play your cards right and you're KAIJU and you pace this right, you're taking this W and winning this map. Here we go. Team fight taking place up top. First one to go down is Mr. Beat Drop himself. Saturn able to make up for that by taking out John here. Fix looking to get some big picks, but the pressure is applied. He's going to have to back out of that. Sandbox goes down to Solaire. Here it is. XL2 is completely off the point. We could get this back cap, but the Kitsune Rush of Soil comes out now. We do have A7 on the point. The Mad Dasher coming into this is Saturn, but Saturn's going to go down as well. 81% to 99. This is a close game. I wonder if they're going to be able to get back here. It does look like Sandbox is going to be able to touch in the final moments, but is anybody else from KAIJU able to get onto this point? Immediate virus goes out. This is going to be a 1-2 buckle. Ayuka able to touch this point, going to have to fight for a remake, but not going to be able to get it. Big copy comes in from Styx, taking that diva as well here, but the rest of the team of KAIJU now coming back slowly but surely. The stacker is definitely created. The blade of Saturn comes out, but Saturn goes down to the hands of Styx. Oh man, and this is a tough one. If you're calling it all, this is where it is, and that is the game. 3-0 rolling into XL2, taking this map 3-2. What an incredible series, and now to the play of the game.
And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. XL2 coming out with a very, very impressive 3-0 against KAIJU CORP, again, who has been consistently one of the strongest teams in the league. So definitely a very big win for XL2 going forward. And into their next match, they will be playing the winner of Wyoming Cowboys and VTG Orion. That matchup will be coming up. But until then, huge shout out to XL2 for coming away with the win, and well played by KAIJU CORP. Unfortunately, unable to continue throughout the rest of the postseason tournament, but well played to KAIJU CORP. It's been a pleasure having you all on board in the team, and we will be excited to see what comes next for KAIJU CORP, but not to take away from XL2's big dub.
Yeah, absolutely massive. Big dub indeed, honestly. Now, the real question is, where is
And stay tuned, everyone. Momentarily, we are going to be doing a post-match interview with one of the XL2 players. So stay tuned for just a moment as we're getting that sorted out here. And we hope to hear from one of the players here soon. Alrighty, everyone. We are going to go ahead and do the interview. Pipes, go ahead. Take it away.
And what is going on, XL2's coach? The reason of the turnaround comeback from manager Pipes' perspective, but right now you're dealing with Caster Pipes, a totally different person in the life. So, Mr. Zach, Coach Otosama, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Pete. How are you doing after watching that fine performance from my team there? How are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling like, I need to take a shower after that because I was sweating at the edge of my seat on that Flashpoint map. It was an absolute nail biter. Truly couldn't have. I definitely couldn't have played better than anybody who played out there on the field. So that's definitely one thing I'm going to make a comment about. So shout out to both teams. But I got to ask you, from map 1 all the way to map 3, what was going through your head as you were running these team comps tonight, as far as the players making their swaps? Like, what made you stick with the Doom dive? What had you running the Brig Kiri that you had on support tonight, unlike any other week in this Odyssey League?
Yes, yes.
Give it to me straight.
Oh, so I'm a very big fan of film. I love doing homework when it comes to that. In past, KAIJU's a very, very big dive team, or JOTS is what they were playing, and from what I saw prior, Saturn, their DPS player, really, really loves his dive characters. So, I mean, shut down the guy who gets the opening picks. I mean, can't ever get opening picks, can you? If he's shut down. So that was the reason for the break there, and the Doomfist. The Doomfist is just really hard to deal with while also trying to get a plan set up the way that most teams like to play. So, very big hindrance with the A7 there. A7 playing phenomenal on the Doomfist. Would love to shout him out there. 0 words spoken. Just phenomenal gameplay.
I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, I definitely agree, though, as far as it comes down to film and whatnot. And you know, this is a great stat. You were literally, as the in the gaming world we would call it, you've been touching grass, right? You've been getting back to your roots, and
I
for you to
have
come out
been.
of the blue and coach this team to victory in the first round to a 3-0, in fact, honestly, that's very impressive, sir.
Yeah, it's just my like immense presence in the Overwatch community. They really do love me around here. I'm massively knowledgeable on this game here. I just carry around so much knowledge up here in this frontal cortex.
Yeah, I talk about Zoran this season ponying up on two big players, and it's clear Pipes, your manager, he ponied up on a good coach.
Yeah, that Pipes guy really does know what he's doing when he's signing people. That guy, I'm gonna give him a shout out too.
That's huge. I bet Pipes is out there at home right now shaking his boots like, hey, Mom, look, I made it.
Yeah, doing his little dance.
Skibbity. Oh, man.
Oh no. Pipes, I'm imagining you just dancing right now. Like headset on, next to your mic, just in your little room, just doing a dance right now.
I mean, I'm in my little tool room right now, kind of. I got both. So, like, I got one hand, like, sprawled out on one end of the desk and the other hand gripping the corner. And I'm, like, kind of just moving my hips back and forth in the swivel chair, like, yay, skibbity bee. And shwave.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, like Pipe said, definitely an impressive win. So going forward, your next matchup will be the winner of Wyoming or VTG Orion. Any thoughts going into that matchup as far as potential opponent? Any necessarily strats or things that you plan to work on going into that?
I can't leak too much here. I mean, I'm
Sure.
assuming some of them are at least going to see this, and I don't want to let them know what they need to get ready for, but I will say I'm not afraid of either of those teams. They pose no threat in my mind. It'll be a fun matchup. I'll love either team that we get to play, but I have the utmost confidence in this XL2 team to take it all the way.
All right, bold words, and definitely should be a very exciting matchup. So appreciate you being here. I believe I do not have any further questions. Pipes, you got anything else here?
Yeah, I do actually. Actually, it's not a question. It's more so a statement. Okay, all right. Yo, team Tri-State is in the building, B. And we. That's right, yo. We got a squad from the Tri-State that make up XL2, and that's all that matters, yo. The team to beat for Liberty. And all right. I got to schmooze a little bit. I got to be very humble. I even had Zach call me by my real name. I'm ready to go.
Hey, shout out to my guy Sticks, #GotMilk.
Yes, Sticks is the milkman. He literally delivers milk on Fridays and Saturdays, like the old school bottle service. I'm not joking. You guys got to see him.
That's what he gets paid to do.
It's what he gets paid to do. It's pretty epic.
Legendary. Well,
right?
Thank you again.
Popping off the bicyclette and out of nowhere, it's just like, I got your milk. The rattling of the bottles. Oh, I can hear it now.
Man. All right. Well, hey, thanks again for hopping in for this post-match interview. Excited to see what XL2 can do here in the future of this postseason tourney. Good luck in the future matches and in preparing for your next opponent. Until next time, thanks again.
Thank you.
Alrighty, everyone. That was the coach of XL2, and definitely, again, a very impressive performance going forward for XL2. Excited to see more of that as we continue in this postseason tournament. Now, without going on too long, without too much longer of a break, tomorrow at 8:45 p.m. EST, we have got another matchup. We have got Midnight Muses, number 6 seed, going up against the number 3 seed, being the Loot Boxers. So make sure to tune in. Again, that is at 8:45 p.m. EST tomorrow night. So until then, I hope you all have a good rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow for that matchup.
That's right. Let's see if Pipes can take 2 in the playoffs.